Alright, homework 5, problem 8. Y equals f of x equals 4 plus the square root of 1 minus x, comma, x comma y equals negative 3 comma 6. So the first part asks you to differentiate the function f of x equals 4 plus the square root of y 1 minus x. So in order to solve this equation, we need to remember the formula that's been taught. F of x plus h minus f of x over h. And what we do is just plug in those values to find our answer. So when you plug in the original function for f of x plus h, you come up with this 4 plus the square root of 1 minus x plus h. So whenever you see an x, you plug in the x plus h minus 4 plus 1 minus x. You don't really change anything to it because it's just f of x by itself over h. So with that, you notice that the 4's cancel out, and now you're left with the square root of 1 minus x plus h minus 1 minus the square root of 1 minus x over h. With that, you need a conjugate. So the conjugation of this function is the square root of 1 minus x plus h plus the square root of 1 minus h over the same thing in the denominator. The negative sign in the original flips over to a plus sign in order for this to work. Once that's done, the radical signs cancel out, and the h multiplies with the denominator on the other side. And what you notice is that the 1 and the x and the 1's and the x's in the numerators cancel out, and you're left with a negative h in the numerator over the original denominator. But now you notice that there's the common thing in the numerator and the denominator is the h. So you simplify by canceling out the h's, and now you're left with negative 1 over the square root of 1 minus x plus h. And because h is approaching 0, the h is neglected, so it is the square root of 1 minus x plus the square root of 1 minus x, which is your derivative, which is also the same thing as m, your slope. And that's how you solve the first equation. So now that you have your slope, they ask that you find where the function is at the coordinates negative 3 comma 6. So to do that, you have to use the point slope formula, which is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So what you do is you plug in every y value and you plug in every x value for the two given points, negative 3 for x and 6 for y. So what you come up with is y minus 6 plus your m, where you later plug in your x values, times x minus 1. So you have x minus negative 3, which is x plus 3. So now that that's simplified, you come up with this equation. And from there, the way that this problem, the program is worked out in my math lab, is that you have to leave the x plus 3 as its separate piece, and then you plug in the negative 3 values again wherever you see x. So when you plug in negative 3 in the square roots, you notice that you come up with the square root of 4 plus the square root of 4, which is essentially 2 plus 2. So now you have negative 1 over 2 plus 2, which is negative 1 over 4. So you come up with your answer as y minus 6 equals negative 1 over 4 times x plus 3, which is exactly how the correct answer is put in my math lab. And that's how you solve problem 8 for homework 5. Thank you.